Welcome to the Cognitively Impaired Debates, where none of this matters, just like DeSantis and Gavin Newsom debating for no reason. I am your host, Drunken Senpai.
And I am your co-host, Troublemaker Davey. In the first debater tonight, we have a man who needs no introduction. He's had nothing but nice things to say about Clarence Thomas, local mayors, and a guy that he once fought at a pool named Corn Pop. This man has been in Congress for more than 50 years. And he knows what inflation is. Ladies and gentlemen, your 46th president of the United States of America, Joseph Robinette Biden.
Now, even as we evolve our institutions and drive creative new partnerships, let me be clear. Certain principles of our international system are sacrosanct.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Think about what you'd think about.
Dear God, did we have to start with the racism right away?
I'm thinking, Rich, and I'm not sure if I've thought about what I've thought about, but it is what it is.
I don't know if I've ever thought about what I've ever thought about anytime I've ever thought about it, but here we are. Our other contestant tonight hails from Pennsylvania. He had a stroke during his campaign, which left him cognitively impaired, and the man actually beat out Dr. Oz through his campaign to be the senator of Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to John Fetterman.
Hi, good night, everybody. And now I'm standing next to the president again, next to a collapsed bridge here. And he is here to commit to work with the governor and the delegation to make sure that we get this fixed quick, fast as well, too. This is a president that is committed to infrastructure. Yeah, and then on top of that, the dual kind of law of the inflation bill. What I support on Roe v. Wade, and I've always believed that the choice believes women and their doctors. I believe the real doctors that I believe in, they all believe that I'm ready to be served.
The fuck?
Rich, I believe that the infrastructure is good night, everybody, and I think we're here for a good debate.
Well, if he leans into his doctors like he leans into being fed or woman, then you know what? Never mind. Let's move on.
Mr. President, people have said that your son Hunter is very well endowed. Did he get that from you or his Uncle John?
And all the studies show, by the way, people get from point A to point B faster on a train than their car. They take the train. A
train. Okay.
What does that have to do? Never mind. Just never mind. Let's go.
Okay. Congressman Fetterman, when you went to rehab, do you think your wife, or pardon me, ex-wife, played with a man who was cut or uncut?
Support f***ing, and I support f***ing, and I stand and I do support f***ing.
How very progressive of you, sir. I mean, you're playing to your base, so good for you.
Okay, I guess we're dealing with Cuck Murphy. But you know what? Just move on. Because I don't know how much more I can take at this, but let's go.
Mr. President, one last thing. Do you think gays for Palestine would rather be thrown off tall buildings or bridges when they go to Gaza?
Now, just to get here, Liberty and Bell had to beat some tough odds and competition. They had to work hard to show patience and be willing to travel over 1,000 miles. You could say even this harder than getting a ticket to the Renaissance tour or Britney's tour. She's down in, it's kind of warm in Brazil right now.
That it is, sir. It is definitely warm in Brazil right now. Duncan?
No. Look, Didn't this man just literally tell us not too long ago that his uncle was eaten by cannibals? I don't know if I'm cut out to do this kind of thing, brother. I'm going to try to continue this, ladies and gentlemen, before I lose my shit on this. Oh, here we... Woosah. Mr. Fetterman, with soaring cost of goods in this country due to inflation, as the president stops counting everyday costs to make the numbers seem low, how would you fight against inflation?
Here's what I think we have to fight about inflation here right now. That's what we need to fight about, inflation.
That's it? Right now? But how would you do that, sir? How would you do that? I kind of feel a little intimidated with a Cro-Magnon missing link. Never mind. I
don't know how I feel about inflation, Duncan, but have you seen the picture of AOC and Lauren Boebert in lingerie? I'd like to see them fight.
I mean, that would be more interesting than what we have going on today, so... You know what? I'm just going to do one more question. This is going to eat me alive if I do not ask these... Never mind. This goes for both candidates. With millions of criminal aliens flooding the country every year, how would you handle the border crisis?
You know, I believe that a secure border can be compatible with compassion. I believe we need a comprehensive and bipartisan solution for immigration. That's what I believe. I don't ever recall in the Statue of Liberty did they say, take our tired, huddled masses and put them on a bus and use cheap political stunts about them. I believe we have to develop a comprehensive and bipartisan solution to address our issue here for immigration here in our nation.
The Statue of... What the... I'm done. I'm so done. I'm done.
Speaking of buses, Drunken, wasn't Rosa Parks on a bus? Wasn't she sitting next to Joe Biden when that happened? I mean, the man's been in Congress since Rosa Parks was on that bus. But I digress.
He also said he didn't want his son growing up in a racial jungle, too. Yeah, this is what I mean by the racism at the very beginning. I mean, this is the same asshole that said his uncle was eaten by cannibals. Come on, man. Mr. Biden, please, for the love of God, give me a real answer.
100 more immigration judges help tackle the backload of 2 million cases, 4,300 more asylum officers, and new policies so they can resolve cases in 6 months instead of 6 years now. New emergency authority to temporarily shut down the border when the number of migrants at the border is overwhelming. The Border Patrol Union has endorsed this bill. The Federal Chamber of Commerce is, You're saying low. Look at the facts. I'm told my predecessor called members of Congress in the Senate to demand they block the bill. He feels a political win. He viewed it as would be a political win for me and a political loser for him. It's not about him. It's not about me. I'd be a winner, not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. Having lost children myself, I understand. But look, if we change the dynamic at the border, people pay these smugglers $8,000 to get across the border because they know if they get by and let into the country, it's 6 to 8 years before they have a hearing. And it's worth taking the chance of the $8,000. I would respectfully suggest my Republican friends owe it to the American people, get this bill done.
You know what? No, we're done. We're done. I can't. This mother...
Listen, Drunken, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I don't know if you heard, but at the border, they've actually got Border Patrol agents making sandwiches for these illegal asylees. So listen, your tax dollars are being put to good use.
If that's all right. Here's the thing. You know what, Davey? I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. This is so stupid. I'm done.
I get it, buddy. I get it. Listen, don't. You know those headphones are now 3 times more than when you bought them, right?
Fine. I'm out tonight. I can't do it.
Drunken. Relax. Here. Take the shot.
And that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, I understand. Yes. It's more expensive. Okay, woosah, buddy, woosah. Calm down. No. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, the adults are back in the White House. It's gonna be okay. KGPR, LMNOP said it's gonna be fine. Relax. It's gonna be. It's inflation is down. It was up 37%, but it's back down to like 32%. It's okay. It's gonna be all right, buddy. It's gonna be okay. Calm down.
$200 a fucking week to put gas in our fucking vehicles just to live, just to go to work, to make money, to keep this shit running in our household. I am so fucking sick and tired of this shit. I'm done with this motherfucker. Get him the fuck out of office.